Have you downloaded the free brother app Artspira for your ScanNCut DX yet? It is full of wonderful patterns, not to mention there are lots of ways that you can utilize these patterns, both directly on your ScanNCut DX, but there are also now editing tools in Artspira. And you see me here opening up the haunted house pattern that is so cute. And you can move the screen in and out. You can also select that image and you can just use your fingers to resize. I love this. If you're wanting to cut multiple patterns, you could bring more patterns in. There are a lot of options here in Artspira. You can also click to adjust the size if you're wanting a specific size. So there's a lot of really easy editing you can do right here on your tablet or phone. So many great options. And I love all of the free patterns, new patterns all the time to add to my collection, to add to my creativity. Now I am just going to save this because I want it saved. I'm also going to transfer it over to the ScanNCut DX where we can cut it out. We're going to be making a mixed media canvas today. This is a super fun and easy project with lots of different variations that you can do. Once I am on my ScanNCut, I am going to go ahead and go on in and go to retrieve data and then press the little cloud. This is going to bring in my pattern. Now, if I want to edit, I can. If I want to scan my mat to see where my material is, that's what I'm doing here, I can. Any of that editing that you want to do in the machine itself, right here on the screen, if you wanted to resize, if you wanted to duplicate, if there were things that you forgot to do or things that you changed your mind on, you can still edit as much as you would like here on your ScanNCut DX machine. Now, once you're ready to go, you're going to select, we're going to select cut, and we're going to turn on half cut because this is vinyl materials, a sticker vinyl that we want to cut out. Now, once I have got this cut out, I am going to weed or remove all of the vinyl that I do not want to save, that I do not want to transfer onto my canvas. I have just a little 6x6 canvas board. Any size would work, any style, wood would work. Whatever you've got, whatever you'd want to make some wall art here. Now, I will tell you that my sticker did not fully want to stick. It wanted to stick a little more to my transfer material that I used to move it. If this happens to you, once you get the transfer material off, just gently smooth and press until any bubbles are out and everything is nicely transferred. Then what you're going to do, oh yes, I'm just going to paint all over this. Now I'm going for kind of a grungy, spooky haunted house. I don't want it so super clean or cute. I want it just a little bit spooky. So I've got some black paint, some gray paint. I'm just smearing it all over, and then I'm using a towel, paper towel, whatever you've got, to blot it off. This is also going to add texture. I'm also going to use a Q-tip and some water. Paintbrush could work as well. I just found better results with my Q-tip here. And I'm going to put some water all over the house itself. And you can see that by doing that, the water and the paint attach to each other. And then you can lift more of that paint off. Now, if you want it perfect, you can certainly go for perfect. I'm intentionally going for kind of a grunge, kind of a distressed and weathered look here. So keep adding, keep using paper towel or other materials for texture, keep adding paint layers, however much you would like, set it aside, let it completely dry. Now what I'm doing is applying embossing ink with parts of a stamp, and then I'm going to apply embossing powder, which you can see me shaking here. I'm working over paper towel because I'm going to want to dump all of that excess, and having somewhere that I can scoop it up and put it back in the container for use later is important. You can also use your paintbrush to kind of brush off the house itself and other areas, and of course to tap excess. As you can see, there's some on the house, and I want a little bit, but not a lot. Now to set embossing powder, you just use an embossing heat tool, and as you can see here, when it is set, you're going to see, because this is a silver embossing powder, you'll see when it's done because all of a sudden it's sparkly. It's sparkly and silver instead of gray powder. So that's how you know when it's done with embossing powder. Then you're just left to embellish. In my case, I'm going to take a little bit of trim so that I have something to hang this off of. I also like the juxtaposition of the lace with all the creepy stuff. And then I'm just going through my treasures, my charms, and my little doodads here. And I found a bat, I found a spider, I found a haunted little coin, and I'm just going to add with some adhesive a few different little touches here to our house, and we will be done. I hope that you like this tutorial. I hope I've given you another idea and another way to use Artspira in a mixed media way with all of your craft supplies. Have a wonderfully creative day, and be sure to subscribe to Brother so you don't miss any future videos.